What's going on, everybody? As you guys can tell from the title, this is going to be a little bit more of a somber video. I wanted to just take a moment and talk about a little bit about Chadwick Boseman. I don't have any notes or anything like that. This is a very off-the-cuff video. Last night, when it was announced via social media that he had passed, I was completely in shock. I was devastated and truly just could not believe it. Sometimes there are these celebrities or these people we see in movies or anything that we just kind of like hold to this higher level of life. I remember feeling a similar way when Kobe Bryant died recently. I also felt similar when like Michael Jackson died. I felt that way when Carrie Fisher died. There's just these names in pop culture that the idea of them passing away is something that almost feels outlandish. So this video, I'll try to keep down the editing as much as possible. I'll try to just be as real as I can. There'll probably be a couple edits in here, but yeah, when I was first introduced to Chadwick Boseman via my dad with the movie 42, where he played Jackie Robinson, and I remember my dad telling me that he felt like this guy was going to be big, and I hadn't heard of Chadwick Boseman at the time, and I checked out 42, and I couldn't agree more. He was incredibly great in that film. His performance was excellent, and he really just showed his chops. Then a couple years later, he was announced to be T'Challa as Black Panther, and for me, I was just super excited because I wanted to be able to see his range, be able to see him do the accent, and I haven't really talked about Black Panther on this channel just yet. I'm doing the Marvel Cinematic Universe reviews in chronological order, and I haven't gotten to that yet, but I love that movie. And for me, growing up as a kid, I always connected to characters like Batman or Black Panther or Venom, these characters that were all black or in all black suits and these really cool looking characters. And that would usually be what kind of drew me in. And so as a kid, I loved Black Panther. I loved him so much. I loved seeing him appear in different animated movies or cartoon shows. I always loved the culture and just kind of this very really cool African culture that they built up in the Marvel comics. And when I saw the movie, I just felt like a kid again because I was completely taken to that universe in a new modernized way. And what he was able to do as T'Challa was something amazing. And then I fell more in love with him as an actor. And I started checking out other movies like where he played James Brown and Get On Up. And I started checking out a bunch of his other movies here and there. And there's still some that I've had on my list that I haven't gotten around to. And they've kind of moved up as far as priority because I just want to be able to watch and celebrate him as an actor. Who would have even thought that this would happen? I have to commend the man for keeping it a secret. He kept it his own. He kept it something private to deal with him and his family. And I have to commend the man for that. He will be missed beyond belief. Chadwick Boseman was an inspiration. And I think what really inspired me and what I've really had on my mind since last night is the fact that he kept it private, but he kept doing what he wanted to do. He kept shelling out all these movies. There's been a shit ton of movies that have come out with him in the last few years. Some that I haven't even gotten around to see. And I'm super excited to. There's even movies that I know they pushed back the release, a Netflix movie that's coming out, they pushed back the release of the trailer just because of his passing. He is an incredibly talented guy. He was an incredibly talented guy. And it is a real loss, a real big shame. But if there's anything I'm taking away from his passing, is the fact that he truly was an inspiration. He fought through what he was doing, and I don't have any of this verbatim. Like I said, this is off the cuff, but I saw multiple quotes of his in the last 12, 15 hours. I saw multiple quotes talking about pride and purpose, and how he, doing things with pride and purpose was a big thing for him. And it shows. It shows in his work. It shows in any interview or anything that I've ever seen, any sort of fan interaction. He seemed genuinely humble, genuinely grateful for the position he had, and genuinely grateful for the success that he had. But it's also a learning lesson to just recognize that those around you could just go so quick. And people are passing away left and right. This year has been incredibly tragic with the virus and other celebrity deaths. But sometimes it takes one of these deaths that we may have some connection to maybe really realize that this guy was on top of the world. Everybody loved him. 43, that's so scary. I'm 27. To think that in 15 years or so I could get sick and pass away is a terrifying thing. But I really just look at the way that he handled it and I am inspired. I'm inspired by the way that he pushed through, and he did what he did with a smile on his face, and he always seemed to be in love with what he was doing. So to Chadwick Boseman, my friend, you will be missed. You will be missed beyond belief, and I look forward to the many years of celebrating the films that he was a part of. My well wishes and my heart goes out to his family and loved ones, because I can only imagine how hard this is. And one other thing I want to note as far as the Black Panther thing was, for me again, like, this was a huge deal for me. Growing up as a kid, I loved Black Panther, and watching these movies being released as I've gotten older has been a true honor. Being able to watch these comic book movies and these comic book characters come to life. And what he did with T'Challa and Black Panther was beautiful. I really enjoyed that film. I really enjoy anything that he's been in as that character. And I remember having this kind of internal dialogue when Black Panther blew up, that people were like going crazy about it as if Black Panther hadn't existed. And then for me, it was like kind of like a selfish thought of like, well, I've been a Black Panther fan my whole life. Where have you guys been? But then to see how his portrayal as Black Panther in that film, what it meant to the Black community and what it meant to my friends, my friends of color, and to their kids, and just seeing the love and passion that the film was able to receive. Thanks to his performance and the ensemble cast, and him just really bringing this hero to life. This hero that I was already in love with, but being able to have my own love and being able to see how it affected others was a beautiful thing. Chadwick Boseman did amazing work, and he inspired many. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to kind of ramble my thoughts on Chadwick Boseman. I almost didn't even upload the video that I uploaded this morning, the Disney movie review, because I just felt like I needed to talk about Chadwick Boseman. But yeah, then I thought about what he said about doing things with pride and purpose, and the fact that he pushed through things. So we're going to keep pushing on for Chadwick. And all we can do now is celebrate his performances, celebrate who he was as an artist and as a talent, and just remember to love those around you, because you only have so much time with everybody. You only have so much time with yourself. And take care of yourself, take care of those around you. I love you guys. This is a tremendous loss, but let's use it as something to remind us, that as sad as moments like this are, let's take the inspiration from it, All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you guys have any great memories with Chadwick, anything that maybe you met him, maybe you saw, a movie for the first time, maybe the first time you were blown away by him, maybe it was Black Panther, maybe it was something else. Leave those comments down below. I would love to hear what your journey was with Chadwick Boseman as an actor and as a talent in general. Definitely can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever.